How can I fall asleep when I dream enough of you? How can I fall asleep when I dream enough of you? How can I fall asleep when I dream enough of you? How can I fall asleep when I dream enough of you? How can I fall asleep?
Hey, how you doing, Byron?
Good in yourself.
Hi, lekker, man.
It's been a while.
So, Byron is the Sinful Ute owner, guys. If you guys watched the gas motor show video, I promised you guys that we're gonna feature this car. We met last year this time, and we shot this thing, right?
Roundabout, it was. It was somewhere mid-winter.
Round about
somewhere.
August, yeah, because it was so windy, guys, that we couldn't post the interview. It was myself, Byron, and Marcellus with the
Safety
E90 safety car. You guys have also seen it on the channel. So we had to shoot this one because you guys have been begging me to feature a pickup or a bakkie as we know it in South Africa.
Literally.
So tell us a little about your UTE, Byron.
Sure, Sean. So I've got it now for probably 4 years now.
Yeah.
Started off with a stock 1.8 utility. It was a workhorse. It worked quite aggressively with the previous owner. 4 months after owning it, we broke the motor.
Okay.
Ran a bearing knock. I don't know if it's a Opel issue or not. But, so we had to get the motor redone, and then from there we were playing around with ride heights because we were rolling on a set of 18s initially.
Okay.
And we were playing around with ride heights, and we did a custom drop with the wheel shop. And from there we did a set of coilover joms.
Okay.
It was very uncomfortable. I really didn't enjoy it.
What was that? The blue line jobs?
The blue line.
Okay.
I think I had it for 3 days, and then it came out. It was just very uncomfortable. And then from there we decided we're going to do air. That was quite a journey. Gave it to another guy by the name of, never mind, I'd rather not mention names. And yeah, it was a complete nightmare.
What was your initial system you ran with?
So we ran a Tabao Bluetooth system.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with the system, it was just the installation that was an issue. So nothing really worked the way it should. And yeah, so we ran the system, the Tabao, like I said, Tabao, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. We ran it for about a year, and then we decided we wanted to upgrade it. And then we spoke to Hashil and another friend of mine, Niresh. Decided that we're going to do the ABFT route.
Okay.
And then a friend of mine, LJ Customs, Byron, he helped us with the installation. And I use this thing daily. It's been running for probably the last 2.5 years on the ABFT with absolutely no issues. I literally drive this thing every day down to KZN. We drove it back from the gas motor show as well. It works. There's no issues with the system. It's on par with airlift. I know the haters will say it's not, but from an affordability side of things, I don't think that you can get anything locally that can match.
Yeah, I recall Manny Potent Car Audio and Jadot also ran a ABFT system, but he had the performance struts where you can adjust the dampening.
It's a nice to have, and,
Yeah.
and I suppose if finance is allowed, I probably would have done the same.
Okay.
And we'll see. We just wanted to get it running and reliable, and that's where it's at now. It's just we were putting our hands in too many different pots because it was the suspension, then it was the exterior, then it was the interior, then it was the sound system, and there was a lot that was going on at once. So it's difficult to focus when you're having issues, when it's breaking and you've got to fix this and you've got to fix that, whatever. So, and having a daily, it's a little bit more complicated because then you need transport, and then the guys need time to work on the vehicle, and so most of it we try to do at home.
Okay.
A lot of juggling, unfortunately.
And that's obviously where your business started, because you then probably found that you have a passion for this, eh?
So I think cars has always been a passion of mine. So prior to this, I used to do a lot of racing. So I own an Opel that we used to race for some time. I still have it. And then the racing scene died down, and then it got very drastic at the same time. So there were a lot of new and expensive cars that were outrunning the older cars, and to get the older cars to run those sort of times, you needed to put at least 200, 300,000 into the vehicle. So it got very expensive quickly. I mean, the guys can take a standard A45 or a G7 and run 12s or 13s with them, and the older cars struggled to get to that without putting money into it. So, and the stunt scene got very big, and I've always been someone that liked not low riders, but lowered vehicles, and trying to go as low to the ground as sanely as possible, you know, without any curb rash or scraping the bumpers and the sump and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So then that's why we thought we'd start with this. There weren't a lot of bagged utilities when we had initially done it.
Look, still till today, I don't know about other provinces, but for me, this is the only bag UTE I've seen in Johannesburg.
So there's quite a few of us. We've actually got a group. Maybe we must do something there.
Yeah,
maybe
definitely. It would be quite
hookup.
to meet up with the guys.
There's quite a few of us that are here in Joburg. They're not really big into the shows, and most of them are not dailies.
Okay.
Like I say, I mean, this is my.
So, why a UTE? Why a bucket?
So for me, I've had the Ranger. I've had a Ford Ranger before. Just didn't enjoy it. It felt like it wasn't my vehicle. Like every time I would go to the shopping mall and walk back, and like it never felt like I owned it. You know, there's minimal mods and stuff that you can do to customize it and make it your own. And
like your PCD there, you can't even put a new nice wheel.
I mean, you know what? I think the guys are now starting to do dropped 4x4s. So I've seen a few bagged 4x4s. But back then it wasn't. I mean, back then people were raising the 4x4s, not dropping it, you know. So like for me, it just never felt like it was my own vehicle. So that's when I went back to a UT, because I had a utility prior to my Ford Ranger. Sold the utility, bought the Ford Ranger, didn't enjoy it, and then went back to the utilities. So
yeah, I know, guys. I know a lot of you guys, young Owens, we always see you looking at the car, appreciating what Byron has done. So he's just going to explain to us some of the mods that he's done on the car. Starting with his wheel over here. That's obviously a works wheel, right?
that's So it's a work wheel we bought last year, just before German vs. Jap.
Yeah.
We got it down from a guy in Durban. These wheels are old. I mean, the DTM work wheels are just as they probably as old as us.
But very popular still, right?
They're still very and very sought after as well. So
yes.
We bought them, and then we gave it to Sly from Exclusive Wheels in De Deer. And he worked his magic with it. There was a lot that was wrong with the wheels. We couldn't fit the wheels. So basically, the wheel that you see here now, it's only the face that we bought. Everything else has been changed, from the lip to the inner barrel to everything. I mean, there's nothing. Even the center hex nuts were custom made. So those are genuine aluminum hex nuts.
One. I don't see the studs on the outside.
No.
So
no,
it is a one-piece wheel.
It's not a split.
Okay.
Not a split.
So work does make one-piece wheels and not only two-piece and three-piece.
Yeah. So I think the more popular wheels now are the VSXX. Those are the nice wheels to have. But I mean, if you're looking at pricing now, I think you're looking at anything between 40 to 50,000 for
exactly,
a brand new set of
without tires.
wheels. Correct, yeah.
So you're saying the barrel and everything was changed. What did you have to do to get it to tuck so beautifully?
So we've run drop plates on this thing, but there wasn't much to do because the wheel is the right offset.
Okay.
So it's a 38 offset, and it's not a wide wheel, so it's a 7.5J. So we're not struggling like the rest of the guys, because what the guys are doing is they're going bigger lips and they're extending the J of the wheel, which is why some of them have
tuck there,
and a lot of them have a poke look, because the wheels that stick out is called a poke look.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. I mean, it's
I've seen a lot of guys that have pokes. It causes damage on the fender.
And like for me, in my business, we want to keep your vehicle as
Drivable.
and in pristine condition. And the last thing you want is to have those sort of spots that you can see. You know, like if it's in spots or places that you can't see, then it's fine. But I mean, to damage the paint and stuff like that is not something that I wanted to do.
And also with your poke, that also means to say that you're gonna have to put a stretch tire, a more extreme stretch.
So that's what happened with us initially. So initially we went with a 165 35 17, and this wheel wouldn't allow for it. It literally kept on jumping out. So
Okay.
if you look at the video at German vs Jap, you'll see that the wheel was actually completely deflated.
Okay, because it
this
came
wheel
off
wasn't,
the lip.
it wasn't sealing at all.
Yeah, that's something that you guys should know, is that if you have a stretch, your tire can pop off of the lip on the rim. If you go with an extreme stretch, a lot of guys say, like, even on the highway, if you do 120 and the car weight just shifts a bit, it pops off there. So a lot of guys often have a show wheel and a daily wheel so that they can have the poke and the tucked look.
100%.
But you love the tuck look, and I think for this vehicle, tuck is amazing.
100%. And in order to get it, you have to use drop plates. There's no way
Yeah.
of getting it to go up, as low as this without drop plates. So LJ Custom sorted me out with a nice set of drop plates. We've worked quite a few drop plates. Some were just way too low. I mean, we can clear this wheel where it actually goes somewhere around there.
Okay.
But then it's just, it's too low, it's too much, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we tried to get it as straight and as flat as possible without making it look too awkward and uncomfortable. So
And then you've recently done your interior over here.
that was Creative Rides. So we
Okay.
managed to do seats at Creative Rides, and then he did most of the install at the back.
And LJ also did some work on the interior.
So he did all of the hard lines. So anything
Okay.
air related, he's done it. So we had to relocate a lot of stuff.
And then your door panels, I see you've got some lovely lighting here with your Rockwood Fosgate branding.
So this was done probably about 3 years ago by a very good close friend of mine, Dino at Dino Customs in Western area.
Yeah.
And I mean, they haven't given me a day's issue. And yeah, it's still probably one of my better features inside the vehicle. But yeah, a lot's been done on the inside. So
And then I see you've got your 2 speakers there in the doors, so 2 mids there, and then on the A pillars you've got 4 speakers there. What else do you have? Is that your only mid ranges?
So we currently just running the 6 inches on the doors.
Yeah.
They call Pro Mods, and then we're running a set of 4-inch audible physics on the A pillars and DD tweeters, and then we've got a set of DD woofers at the back. So the last time we met, it was a full Rockford setup.
Yes, yes.
Unfortunately, the full Rockford setup didn't last.
And it's quite costly to replace, because I've checked now. I'm a big Rockford fan, guys, so I was checking for the Beetle what it would cost me to get 2 10 inches. And you're looking at about 16,000 for 2 10 inches.
Yeah. And it works according to range. So we were fortunate enough to have a set of Rockford 12 T2s, which is the flagship of the range. But unfortunately, they don't make any replacement parts for them. So
Okay.
you're just sitting with stuff that you can't repair or replace. And then the DDs were the next option because they're much more easier to repair, to replace,
Okay.
and there's parts available.
And
they're
super
interchangeable.
powerful as well.
Much more powerful than the Rockfords. A friend of mine in the UK is going to like that comment.
But I still feel like some of the more affordable sound, like the bass you get there is super hard and like it takes your breath away. Whereas Rockford is a different quality of
Much
bass, you
cleaner,
know,
yeah.
a much cleaner bass. So, not that we're saying that it's a bad brand, it's expensive and it's quality, but it's cheaper for some of us just to go for the more affordable
So
brands.
the Targas, there's nothing wrong with it.
Exactly, I've had
XTCs,
Targa
they're
myself.
beautiful stuff, you know. So I think it's what you're looking for and what your pocket can allow. You know, I think a lot of people want to overextend and want to buy the best of the best, and I think that's human nature. But I think the more available brands are what we should be looking at, like the Targas, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a few other local brands, Star Sound, that are also quite brilliant. I mean, you see them at the car shows doing really hard work. You know?
Definitely,
they're
that
working.
Mini Cooper, yes.
No, there's a few of them. So I think it's just people, personal preference and affordability is what it comes down to.
Definitely. For me, although I love Rockford, there's a lot of things coming up, and a lot of people have recommended digital designs because it's affordable and it's competition quality sound.
Yeah, and it's not a local brand as well. I think that's the biggest thing. So and it's not break the bank like a Rockford setup. You know?
Yeah.
So I think for a set of Rockford woofers, you could probably do an entire setup on either Star Sound or your Targa setup. You know, so I think it's just personal preference and affordability.
Now guys, let us know in the comment section what your favorite audio brand is, just to start the conversation. I know everybody out there loves a different audio brand, so let us know in the comment section if you like digital designs. Are you a Rockford guy, Star Sound, Targa? You know, to each their own. So this is what it looks like in the cabin, guys. You can see we've got our two Rockford amps there. That's 800 watt RMS amps, and then the setup done by Creative Rights and the hardline setup by LJ. There's the digital design subwoofers. So please explain to the fans here. You've obviously had to cut onto the bin there to extend your cabin for the subwoofers to go in.
Yeah, so initially when I had first purchased the vehicle, it came with a little woofer at the back of the seat. Seating position wasn't ideal because you're trying to fit the biggest box behind your seat. And we tried a few configurations. We did a single 12-inch woofer that blew eventually. And we did two Rockford Slimline subs. That didn't work because it wasn't giving us the bass that we wanted. And then eventually we decided, right, okay, we're going to cut it. So we cut the bin. So the bin box actually goes quite far into the bin. So I think it's somewhere around here.
And that's a wooden box.
It's a plywood, yeah.
Plywood, and then so you guys can see there that if you didn't have this, you only have this little space here, guys. So I mean that's how thick your box is gonna have to be with your subwoofer and magnets. And obviously, for you to get more bass, you need more volume in the box. Eh?
So the bigger the box, the better. But then also the practicality of having a daily as well. So as much as I would want to build the biggest box that I possibly could, I still need to be realistic and know that I need to. So this is my vehicle that I use, like I say, daily, and I need to load it. There's no other way. And it's pointless pulling a trailer because your box is so big and you've got to load stuff in a trailer. So yeah, there's a lot of things that come into play when building and designing a box. So this is a custom box for the vehicle, for these woofers. A friend of mine, Niresh, helped us design the box. So yeah, it's not just cut it and put a box there. There's a lot of theory that goes into building something like this.
Definitely. So if guys want to see the Sinful Ute, where can they follow you?
So we've got a few pages. So we've got a TikTok account, which is Sinful Ute. We've got a Instagram, which is also Sinful Ute. Yeah, so those are the pages that you'll get us on.
And then, like I said, Byron started a business called Precision Auto Detailing. If they want any detailing services or automotive services that you guys offer, where can they find you?
So you'll find me on Facebook, as well as Instagram, as well as TikTok. So we've got all of the accounts, and it's Precision Auto Detailing. We do pickup and delivery of vehicles for detailing, so we're mobile. So we can do it on premises or we can do it at my place, so whatever's convenient.
And Byron's based in the West Rand, guys. But like he says, he can do call-outs, pick up your car if need be. just message him on his social media platforms and then contact him. And then you guys can get the same level of detailing that you see on this beautiful UTE here, guys. So one thing I know the fans are gonna ask for, especially if I don't ask, is they're gonna wanna hear the sound, guys.
You're gonna sit in.
Yeah, let's sit in it and let's hear what it makes, guys.
Do you have a preference of song, Sean?
Let's go for anything that we might not get a copyright on. What do you have that,
Local?
like, if we got like a bass tester or something, because those usually don't have copyrights on it. We made the alarms go off here in the basement, guys. Damn. That is, yes, guys, my ears are ringing here. That's amazing, guy. Your sound wax. And I love this, right? That's why I wanted to feature it. And thank you so much, guy.
That's a
I
pleasure.
know I've been nagging you for almost 2 years now.
It's been a long time in the making, but the thing is that we were always busy with something, and that's why I wanted to bring it and get it featured on your channel when we felt it was feature ready, you know. So yeah,
thank
thanks for
you
the
so
opportunity.
much, bro. I appreciate
you.
it so much. This, to me, is the best UTE on the scene, in my opinion, guys. I know people may, there's ones that I haven't seen, and soon we're gonna hook up with that UTE so we can see more of them.
We've got a guy. Yeah, we've got probably about 20. So hopefully on the day we get all 20. But yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely arrange something.
Yeah, no, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys love the UTE. If you do, you know what to do. Head over to Insta, TikTok. Check out for Sinful UTE, guys. You can see there on the back, Sinful, and then UTE. Follow Byron, give Precision Auto Detailing a follow as well. And then if you guys enjoyed this content, you know what you gotta do, guys. Head over to this channel page and there's more amazing content like this there, guys. And also share this content with your family and friends, guys. But thanks so much for the support, guys. Really appreciate it. Peace. Hey, how you doing, Brian?
Couldn't yourself. Byron.
Flop!
We
Fast and Furious.
We must
yeah?
put that on in.